Ooh, it's episode 20 of our Road to Legend, and today I've got a total of 8 battles to show you guys. Some really insane and crazy close ones, especially one that I had to even do something really different that I don't normally do to actually score a win. Alright, so hi to all of you guys. So yeah, in the last episode I managed to reach up to 2416 elo. It's not going up but it's still going down, but still maintaining at 2400 range. As long as I don't go under 2400 ratings, I'm pretty happy about it. So it's going to consist of 2 days worth of battles, and if you guys notice also, the season is ending in less than I guess 40 days time. So it's really time to buck up and really time to start climbing up to legend. Otherwise I don't know if I can make it, man. So let's begin with the very first battle against Ryoma Baba. So if you guys are wondering where I'm at right now, I finally made it to Cebu City. Yeah, I managed to catch my flight I guess this morning, technically speaking, at 8 a.m. So I actually was so tired that I took a nap. I took a 4 hours nap. So yeah, it's tiring to actually be able to play the battles at the same time while still traveling, because I had to wait at the airport for roughly 4 to 5 hours, as I did not want to miss my flight, because sometimes the transportation here in Philippines, especially when I was in Manila, can be quite bad, especially since that terminal that I had to get to was pretty far away, and also I'm not too sure whether transportation will get me there. So eventually you guys will see that some of the battles I was doing it at the airport, which was at around 2 or 3 a.m. in the morning. So let's go ahead and check out this very first battle though, against the Trevenant as the lead. So all the first few battles I've been using Galarian Stunfisk as the lead. Then after that, you know, same team, Medicham and my Toxapex are what I'm using. But eventually I realized that switching the position of Medicham and also Galarian Stunfisk made it better, because a lot of people are leading with either, you know, Galarian Stunfisk or something that Medicham can actually handle better than Galarian Stunfisk itself. So you guys will see later on, Medicham will actually change position with Galarian Stunfisk. That's when I actually score much better than what I'm using right now. So changing the lead actually affects a lot of battles, man. So you guys can see right now against the Galarian Stunfisk, and I missed one of the bubbles because I was like multitasking as usual. Alright, we are also suffering weak connection, because in this particular accommodation that I had, the network there was just so poor. Even if I use the mobile data or even use the Wi-Fi, it's just so bad over there. So a lot of weak connection does happen, and I had to actually have fast internet to actually you know, play Go Battle League much better, right? Unfortunately, sometimes it's just that laggy. So okay, looking into this situation, he brought in an Azumarill. When he brought in Azumarill, I was thinking, oh no, I need the Toxapex against this, man. It'll be really awesome with that. However, my Toxapex is left with like a sliver of health, so it's not going to be ideal for me to bring in Toxapex at this moment. I'm going to chew up this I guess charge move, play rough, and then we're going to try to get to another Psychic in time. Alright, so we're going to fire off the Psychic ASAP, although I should have done like 4 counters first before I did the Psychic, but it's okay, it's totally fine. We're going to have to take a hit from a play rough from the Azumarill. That's going to hurt a lot. Ouch. And weak connection again. You guys saw weak connection actually appears like more than 5 times in this battle. We're going to go ahead to use our Ice Punch against the Galarian Stunfisk and try and counter it down. Hopefully we will be able to counter it down, and then the Azumarill is going to be back. We're going to bring in Toxapex and just do 1 hit onto the Azumarill, and we scored a win. So really close game though, but still managed to score a win. Yeah, so let's go into the next battle. I'm not too sure why is it lagging after like completing the battle. It's like taking time, and then sometimes I can't even press, you know, the OK button or whatsoever. It just brings me to the reward page again. So yeah, weak connection again. It's still at the same place. Eventually I realized that I should move my position and move somewhere else to actually do the battles. Yeah, because can see clearly that this particular spot where I'm at, the network isn't too bad. Actually, I wasn't at my accommodation. I was at a cafe. I was at a Starbucks playing all these battles, and it's just really bad. Not too sure why. Alright, so going to this Lickitung against the Galarian Stunfisk. I usually don't shield up against anything against the Lickitung. Since my opponent decided to use 1 shield, I am also going to shield up. Did I shield up? I think I did. Okay, maybe not this battle, but I forgot to shield up against this one. Alright, so I should have actually shield up against that Power Whip, and then I can get to another Earthquake. But it's okay, we got Medicham in the house. I'm not going to shield up against this. Body Slam is still going to do a bit of damage to Medicham, but Medicham can take it like a champ. Hence why it's called Medicham. Sorry for the lame joke, guys. Yeah, so let's go to see the next Pokemon is the Ninetales. That's very, very bad for our Medicham. And we're gonna just bring in Toxapex after we do a Psychic. Let's see what's the last Pokemon. If she's decided to switch it in, it's Medicham. Yeah, everybody is using Medicham. Yeah, shut up, Brandon, with your Medicham. Alright, so Power Up Punch. So there are people who are actually using Power Up Punch for Medicham, Power Up Punch, Psychic, Power Up Punch, Ice Punch, or in fact Ice Punch Psychic, which is what I'm using. I'm pretty comfortable to use an Ice Punch and also Psychic combination, but I was thinking many times to actually change to Power Up Punch and Ice Punch, which was what I normally used last time. But I'm still sticking with Ice Punch and Psychic, by the way. So we're going to shield up against the next charge move, and I realized that he's running Ice Punch, so I was like, okay, Ice Punch, Power Up Punch, it should be fine for us. We don't have to shield up against anything, man. We're going to go with Brine to actually farm down the Medicham, but she brought back Ninetales, man. So okay, we're going to farm down the Ninetales, but we're going to get hit by a Psyshock first. Yeah, Psyshock is going to do quite a bit of damage. Ouch, but it's okay, we can farm down the Ninetales. We are then going to just do fast move. Okay, we got double Brines though ready for the Medicham. I actually should have pressed on the Brine immediately because this counter is going to knock us out, and then eventually we're going to have to quickly get to our charge move in time to finally knock out the Medicham. I don't even need to slide, but I just did it anyways because it's going to knock out the Medicham anyways also. So that was a very, very close game. It's crazily close. But it's not the closest one. I will show you guys. Later on, there's another one. Okay, I think in the next 2 battles or 3 battles later. So Lantern again though. So Lantern, like I said, do not really like fighting against Lantern with my Galarian Stunfisk since it's gonna lose. But yeah, I decided to just go with Earthquake all the way straight away, since we can get to double Earthquakes before we actually get knocked out anyways. And one Earthquake will knock out the Lantern already, or almost knocking it out. So hence most people actually shield up against the Earthquakes. Alright, so we're gonna go with our Earthquake first. And then my opponent is gonna shield. Okay, brought in a Aquanaut. So I was like, Aquanaut. I got stunned for a moment. I forgot the typing of it though. So finally I managed to remember that, okay, I think Toxapex will do very well against it, right? Since it's gonna resist all the moves from Aquanaut. And I was right, Bubble Beam is gonna be resisted. Bug Buzz is also gonna be resisted, man. So we don't have to shield up against anything. But our attack is going to fall tremendously as we're going to get hit by Bubble Beams all the way. Actually, no, my opponent decided to use Bug Buzz later on, as you guys will see. Alright, so I'm not going to shield up against this, man. It's like technically fighting an Azumario in this situation right now. Alright, Bug Buzz is not going to do anything at all. We're just going to farm it down with Poison Jabs. And the next Pokemon is going to be the Lantern. We're going to go with Sludge Wave, although I need to switch out my Toxapex right now since it has gotten debuffed already, but still doing a decent amount of damage with this Sludge Wave. Awesome. Alright, so I put a switch into my Galarian Stunfisk to catch the charge move, and it is actually Thunderbolt. Perfect catch, man. Alright, and now we're going to switch into Medicham, but waiting for the switch clock to cool down a bit. Alright, Medicham goes in, switching into Froslass, and I'm like, oh my god, that's why he did not want to bring in that last Pokemon yet, but it's okay. I have 2 shields. We should be good, right? Maybe, we will see how. Alright, we're going to go with Ice Punch to bait a shield. Hopefully he shields up against this. Unfortunately, he did not shield that. Oh my god. But it's okay. Let's go ahead with another charge move immediately with Ice Punch. But we're going to shield up against this. Did we? Oh, we did not shield up against it. We will let the Avalanche go through. Alright. Not too sure why my opponent did not want to use Shadow Ball though. That's kind of weird. Yeah, I should have used Shadow Ball. That probably will knock out the Medicham already. Alright, we're going to go with Brine. Brine will definitely be enough to take out the Frostless. But if it goes unshielded. Alright, great. So we are good. We're going to try and take out the Lantern as quickly as possible. We're going to shield up against this. We shield it up, right? Did we not? Oh, okay, I forgot to shield up against this, I guess. Oh, I forgot how I even played this. Alright, so we're going to fast move down the Lantern. Great. We got 1 shield left, man. We can bring it to the next battle. I'm just kidding, guys. You cannot bring over your shields. Alright, so this is the battle that isn't the one that I want to show you yet. Alright, probably the next one if I'm not mistaken. So against Lickitung again, man, like for me, I don't even have a level 50 Lickitung yet, but a lot of people have already gotten themselves it. I guess they have been trading and they probably have been walking Lickitung also. I've not been walking Lickitung at all, but you know, during the Singapore Safari Zone on the 18th of November, which I'll be going back to Singapore to play the event. Obviously, a lot of people have been asking me, am I going back to play the Safari Zone in Singapore? And my answer will be like, if I don't play the Safari Zone in Singapore, my home country, is as if I've quit Pokemon GO already, man. So there will be Lickitung spawning during that particular event. I probably will take it and trade to get guaranteed Candy XL for myself. So hence I probably can boost my Lickitung up to level 50. However, I do not have a good IV Lickitung for the Great League. So I probably will try to get one, hopefully during the Singapore Safari Zone event, man. Alright, so Earthquake's gonna come through, it's gonna get shielded up, and we have already burned 2 shields, really awesome, man. And it brought in the Ninetales after I switched into Medicham. That is not good for us. We're gonna go with Psychic. Since he's out of shield, this is gonna hit pretty hard. And then we can bring in Toxapex after we get farmed down by the Ninetales. Alright, come on, farm us down. Yeah, thank you very much. Ouch, our Medicham died. We're gonna bring in Toxapex immediately. Almost being able to take out the Ninetales before we get hit by a Psyshock though, but it's okay. Toxapex can still handle that. And then he's gonna bring in the next Pokemon, and that is going to be the Lickitung. Alright, so Lickitung we can just use Brine because it'll be enough to take it out, but since he has already used his charge move, I am not going to use the Brine immediately. Okay, I'm going to farm out a bit more energy, but he brought in a Medicham. I'm like, okay, great, man, let's go with Sludge Wave, man. Knowing that he has Medicham, obviously the Galarian Stunfisk isn't going to fare well against it. Furthermore, it's left with a little bit of health that I can use it as a third shield. Hence why I just did that to catch the power-up punch. Alright, great. We're going to try and knock out the Medicham. We're going to have to shield up against this. I'm not in a very good position because I'm left with very little health. We're going to go ahead with the Sludge Wave. Alright, let's see this knock out the Medicham. Now, can we take out the Lickitung though? The Lickitung is just so tanky. We need to get the Brine, and it's so sad that we can't get to it. Yeah, so I do wish that Brine would be a better move, though I think it's pretty decent. I wouldn't say it's so bad that it's not usable. I think it's better than Water Pulse if I'm not mistaken. You guys can let me know in the comment section down below. Yeah, but I'm not 100% sure. I did not check that. Alright, so going to the next battle against Boomy. Alright, and this will be the battle before we actually check out the next one, which should be the crazy one that I'd like to show you guys how I actually had to do a certain thing to actually score a win, man. Alright, so I already spoiled the next battle for you guys that I'm going to win that one. Anyway, looking into this, the Sableye is going to get shielded up. We're going to go ahead to try to get to another Earthquake, but we're going to have to shield up against this, otherwise we won't be able to survive to actually use our Earthquake at all. Alright, so Earthquake is going to go through. Let's see if it's going to hit or not. And it's going to land. Great, we're going to bring in Toxapex right now to farm down the Sableye. It's going to get hit by a foul play, but it's totally fine. Alright, so taking out the Sableye, we have a bit of energy, really awesome. So like I said, during these battles, you guys can see I did this in the morning at 2:41 AM. I was at the airport, and my flight was at 8 AM. I was supposed to check in at around 6 AM, but I decided to reach the airport at around 2 AM just to play my Go Battle League battles and do some work over there. Unfortunately, all the diners over there were closed except one fast food chain, Jollibee. And there was no place to sit. I was sitting at the bench and I guess doing work over there, man. So let's go ahead to see this. We're going to catch the charge move from the Trevenant. Alright, Seed Bomb is almost going to knock us out. 2 Shadow Claws more and we are dead. Alright, we're going to bring in the Medicham again. We're going to get that to Ice Punch. Unfortunately, my opponent switched into Nidoqueen. That was a very good catch, I must say, but it's okay. It's still going to be okay. I mean, of course, Psychic will be a one-shot KO onto the Nidoqueen. I was thinking if I would like to shield this or not, because I might have to save the shield against the Trevenant. But I was thinking, why don't you just farm down the Nidoqueen? Alright, and then we can handle the Trevenant with ease. So I actually accidentally tapped on the Ice Punch. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna go ahead to farm down the Nidoqueen. Unfortunately, the Nidoqueen was able to get to its fast move. I should have tapped at least 2 or 3 bubbles before I actually continue with the counters, taking out the Nidoqueen, and perhaps even using the Ice Punch on the Trevenant and scoring a win. So this is the battle that I like to show you guys. This is the crazy one. Alright, so we have a Medicham mirror match over here. And yeah, it's just going as usual, as per normal. We're just going to counter each other, and then we're going to Psychic each other. Managed to get in another counter because my opponent decided to use his charge move first. It's Psychic. Ouch, half health gone. We're going to go with our very own Psychic. And let's see if my opponent shield's this or not. He decided to let it go also. My Medicham clearly doesn't have as good IVs. Actually, no, it's the same. We got the rate health the same. Whereas there was one opponent, my Medicham reached rate health before his. But I managed to win CAP time after that. So okay, we're gonna farm down the Medicham since we shielded up against the Ice Punch and we are ready to go with a Psychic against the next Pokemon. It is Nidoqueen. And let's see the shield come out. If it does not shield, it's really awesome. It'll be one-shot KO. Alright, we're gonna bring in Galarian Stunfisk right now. Looking pretty okay for now. Okay. And we're not gonna shield this at all, even if it's Earth Power, it's totally fine because we would like to save the shield against the next Pokemon. He brought in Sableye. I'm like, okay, seems pretty alright, right? Maybe not. You guys will see why later on. So Earthquake is not gonna land. We're gonna bring in Toxapex. Alright. And we are gonna go ahead to just use Brine all the way since it will do neutral damage to the Sableye. Alright, Foul Play is just gonna go through. I'm saving the shield though, thinking if I want to save it against the Nidoqueen or not. We're gonna use the first charge move first. And then we're gonna prepare the next one for it. After we get hit by another Foul Play, right? Did I shield up against the Foul Play? I can't even remember what I shielded up against, man. Alright, we're gonna let the Foul Play go through. We're gonna use the Brine immediately. Unfortunately, we have to shield up against this. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to get to my Brine at all. Alright, so this will take out the Sableye to red health. I mean, it's already in red health, right? But I was thinking I cannot actually take out the Sableye because if I do, and then he actually farmed me down with the Nidoqueen against my current Pokemon, I won't be able to do this. So I was thinking, okay, we got to the Earthquake, but we lost CMP tie. I was like, okay, we're gonna lose this one because a Poison Fang should be enough to take us out. But look at this, we survived with 1 HP left. Oh my god. Yeah, so had I actually used the Brine to actually take out the Sableye, like I said, the Nidoqueen will be in, farm us down, do an Earth Power or double Poison Fangs on our Galarian Stunfisk, and we would have lost that. So that was the only win condition I could see, and it was just super duper tight. Alright, so against the next opponent right now, Medicham against Nidoqueen, pretty standard, just use Psychic or use Ice Punch. I mean, because both will be doing super effective damage anyway, but Psychic will do more damage. Alright, we got a Poison Fang damage already going through to us, but it's okay, we got Psychic. And it's going to do a defense 4 for the Nidoqueen also. I'm going to go with Ice Punch now since the defense has fallen already. And let's see if our opponent is going to shield this or not. Decided to double shield though. We're going to bring in the Galarian Stunfisk. I'm not going to shield up against this. We are going to save the 2 shields for the next Pokemon. Earth Power is going to take out more than 60% of our Galarian Stunfisk health. That's totally fine. And then I'm going to let this go through also. Even if it's Earth Power, you can knock us out. It's totally fine. Actually, no, I shielded up against the Poison Fang. Not too sure why I did that. Alright, so he brought in the Azumarill. When he did that, I'm like, okay, very good for us, man. We're going to go with Earthquake first. Bring in the Toxapex and go to town with the Azumarill, and since she is also locked in with the Azumarill already, couldn't get another Earthquake in, is totally fine also. Since we have more health to actually farm down the Azumarill with, don't need to shield up against any of the charge move from Azumarill. So at this point of time, I was actually eating while I was actually playing the battles. Yeah, so I wasn't really focusing at this point of time really because I could just blindly tap and just listen to the sound. I didn't even need to see exactly what I was doing. So eventually I had just wanted to do one Brine to not waste a bit of energy, but it's okay. We're gonna go ahead to farm down the Azumarill with our fast moves. Alright, great. But she brought in the Empoleon. I was like, okay, let's bring in the Medicham. We have to bring in the Medicham. We're gonna try and get to a charge move. Unfortunately, we couldn't. So I'm like, oh my god, this is not good at all, man. Alright, so I think in this situation, Brine is better, right? Because Sludge Wave will be double resisted, whereas Brine is single resisted. No, I think it's definitely. Alright, so we're gonna go with double Brines right now, almost taking out the Empoleon, and I was thinking, I don't need to shield up against this, right? Yeah, we can let this go through. Hydro Cannon is gonna do a pathetic amount of damage, but still we are already in the red. So let's see what she's gonna bring in, the Azumarill or the other Pokemon, which I forgot what it is. Alright, it's the Nidoqueen. So I was like, okay, Nidoqueen wise, I just need to use the Brine to take out the Nidoqueen and we should be good, right? We should be good to score a win. So Brine is ready, tapped on it. Unfortunately, she swapped into Azumarill. I'm like, wow, that was a very good catch, man. Alright, so being too complacent actually will suffer a loss, and that's what I actually got out from this particular battle. Wow, that was very, very close, and that was just very close. Alright, guys. So we're going to go into the last battle right now. I believe it should be the last battle against O2 Susan Dazi. Okay, yeah, that was a very long name. Alright, so Hypno. When I saw Hypno as the Pokemon, I'm like, oh my god, 2 of my Pokemon are weak to Hypno. So it's really an oh no situation for me, man. But I was thinking, okay, we should be able to let this go through. It was Fire Punch. And my Galarian Stunfisk is also weak to it. So we're gonna go with Earthquake right now against Umbreon, since she decided to switch into that. And Umbreon will be good, you know, for us to handle with our Medicham. Unfortunately, our Medicham is gonna get taken out by the Hypno, man. And Toxapex is not gonna fare well against Hypno also. Alright, so we're gonna go with Earthquake. After we shoot up against this, I can't remember whether it was a good idea to shoot up against this, man. Alright, but it's okay. And we're gonna let this go through right now. The Earthquake, nobody would actually shoot up against whatever moves from Galarian Stunfisk most of the time using an Umbreon. So the Rock Slide will be enough to knock out the Umbreon if I'm not mistaken. But he shielded up against that. Alright, so we're gonna let this go through. Bring in the Medicham to farm down the Umbreon. Alright, prepare energy to use Ice Punch against the Hypno. Alright, but that was sad though. We still have to get hit by a foul play. Alright, so it's gonna get knocked out now. We're gonna see the Hypno come back. We have not even seen the last Pokemon yet. We're gonna do an Ice Punch, 3 counters, and then we will do our charge move 3, 5, or 7, anything in odd numbers. Alright, so we're gonna go with the Ice Punch again. Alright, great. Alright, great. So in this situation, like I said, the Toxapex is super duper weak against the Hypno, so I have to shoot up against this. Alright, so now that we know that he has Fire Punch and Thunder Punch, there is no Shadow Ball. But Thunder Punch is going to do super effective damage to our Toxapex, which is not good. I was hoping for Shadow Ball and also Fire Punch though, so that's not good for us. We're going to go with Ice Punch now. Alright, so we're going to bring in the Toxapex immediately, otherwise it's going to farm us down and have energy to do double Thunder Punches on our Toxapex anyway. We're going to farm down the Hypno and hope the last Pokemon is something that's super duper weak against Toxapex. And it is Azumarill. Woohoo! Yeah, that was the only Pokemon that I technically can win against. Or maybe even anything that's fairy typing basically. Yeah, so it was a very, very lucky win that my opponent is, you know, using Azumarill at the back and not something that would do more damage onto my Toxapex, man. We're gonna just farm down the Azumarill, prepare double Brines, 1 for the Hypno, otherwise we might get farmed down by the Confusion. Alright, so 1 Poison Jab, and we are good to fire off the Brine, and that will finally score us the win. My god, that was super duper insanely tight. Alright, so that's it guys for all the battles. So after doing all those 50 battles and climbing up a bit, my ratings went up to 2448. Still got a long way to go, but like I said, the season is ending in 34 days, so it's really time for me to buck up, man, and stop playing around. I wasn't really playing around, I was really playing seriously, man, but I need to really play much better. Alright, so that's all from me. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely remember to leave a like on the video. It'd be much appreciated. Thank you very much. And of course, yeah, me playing all these battles, sometimes I get really, really exhausted at times, since I played like through the night, or in fact during my waiting time for my flights or whatsoever. So it'd be really appreciative if you guys can hit the subscribe button, as I'm targeting to hit a total of 600,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Hopefully you guys will be able to help out also. Alright, so if you guys so I'll see you guys in the next episode in the next video. Alright, goodbye.